Listen to the sound of the collapse. Look at the chaotic red dust settling in the distance. The external architecture is disintegrating. The unawakened masses build their entire foundation on external coordinates. They anchor their assemblage point to variables they do not control. The fluctuating temperature of the market, the fragile validation of the collective, the shifting allegiances of their network, the chaotic narrative of society. They navigate their lives using a compass that points outward. When the matrix executes a cycle of deliberate collapse, their external North Pole vanishes. The structures they relied upon shatter. The red glitch consumes their reality. Because they have no internal density, they panic. They spin in the dark, vibrating with terror, desperately searching for a new external authority to tell them where to go. They are lost in the void. Today is July 20th. We are entering the temporal anomaly. We are executing the stop of time. In the pure physics of esoteric brutalism, time is a measurement of kinetic change. When the external world collapses, kinetic motion becomes pure chaos. To survive, you must stop moving. You must stop time. You must sever your reliance on the external grid. In this heavy audiobook-length transmission, we are going to dissect the thermodynamics of absolute navigation. We are going to permanently eradicate your biological need for external validation. And I am going to hand you the Sapphire Compass, how to forge the heavy iron, lock the blue needle onto your own core, and navigate the apocalypse not by seeking safety, but by becoming the heaviest, most indestructible monolith in the matrix. Stop looking at the ruins. Look at the needle. To wield the Sapphire Compass, you must first destroy your fundamental misunderstanding of navigation. The matrix programs you to believe that true north is a fixed point in the external world. It conditions you to seek a destination outside of your own geometric perimeter. It tells you that success, stability, and truth are locations you must travel toward. This is an architectural trap designed to keep you eternally kinetic, eternally exhausted, and eternally vulnerable to external manipulation. If your true north is a specific career, what happens when the industry collapses? If your true north is a specific person, what happens when their frequency degrades into a red glitch? If your true north is the approval of the swarm, what happens when the swarm turns on you? When your North Pole is external, your entire reality is a fragile dependency. You are not an architect. You are a hostage to the weather. When a sovereign observes the collapse of external structures, they do not experience disorientation. They experience absolute, freezing clarity. Disorientation only occurs when you expect the world outside to provide your stability. The sovereign expects nothing from the external void. They know that the environment is inherently chaotic, composed of weak, vibrating red nodes that will inevitably fail under pressure. You must stop trying to map the chaos. You cannot draw a straight line on a boiling ocean. You must abandon the external coordinate completely. You must pull your awareness back from the collapsing perimeter and concentrate it entirely into the dark, heavy concrete of your internal core. Look at the archetype in her hand. This is not a magnetic compass. A magnetic compass is a slave to the poles of the earth. It is dictated by invisible, external forces. The Sapphire Compass does not operate on magnetism. It operates on esoteric gravity. In the brutalist physics of the matrix, gravity is determined by density. The heaviest object in any given space warps the geometry of reality around it. The Sapphire Compass is a diagnostic tool of absolute truth. The blue needle is programmed to point to the single most dense, unyielding, heavy object in the immediate sector. Look at where the needle points. It does not point to the collapsing red structures in the distance. It does not point to the chaotic swarm. It points directly into the chest of the sovereign. This is the ultimate esoteric confirmation. When your internal architecture is forged from dark concrete and freezing logic, you become the heaviest object in your universe. You become the center of the grid. When the blue needle points inward, you no longer need to know which way is forward, backward, left, or right. Directions become mathematically irrelevant. When you are the center of gravity, you do not travel toward your destination. You lock yourself into absolute zero-point stasis, and you force the destination to travel toward you. This is the stop of time. You halt all desperate kinetic movement. You stop chasing. You stop pivoting. You stop attempting to adjust to the falling red debris. You stand completely still in the center of the apocalypse, holding the heavy iron, and you let the sheer, terrifying weight of your internal monolith dictate the new laws of physics. You are standing in the ruins. Your biological ego is screaming at you to run. It demands that you find a new external point of safety. It tells you that if you stand still, the collapsing structures will crush you. The ego is a parasite that thrives on panic. To execute the stop of time, you must override the biological instinct to flee. You must embrace the freezing, terrifying discipline of the internal monolith. When external markers fail, the unawakened try to fix them. They bleed their heavy capital trying to prop up dead architecture. They negotiate with the red glitch. The sovereign architect negotiates with nothing. If a system is collapsing, let it collapse. If a connection is failing, let it fail. If an external coordinate has proven to be structurally unsound, you do not repair it. You watch it turn to dust with the chilling, green-eyed indifference of a master who knows the foundation was flawed from the beginning. You must become entirely immune to the destruction of the irrelevant. When you look at the blue needle pointing at your chest, you realize that nothing of actual value is being lost. The only thing collapsing is the illusion. The only thing burning is the parasitic weight that was holding you back. The compass confirms that your core, the only asset that truly matters, the only heavy capital you actually possess, is perfectly intact. It is dense, it is freezing, it is absolute. As long as the needle points inward, the external apocalypse is just background noise. The false north is destroyed. The physics of esoteric gravity are established. Now, we execute the navigation protocol. To survive the stop of time and navigate the chaos, you must enforce these 3 structural mandates today. Mandate 1. The eradication of external bearings. Identify every metric you currently use to judge your stability that exists outside of your physical vessel. The opinions of your network, the exact timeline of your contracts, the behavior of the swarm. You will mentally take a heavy iron hammer and shatter those metrics. For the next 48 hours, you are strictly forbidden from checking external coordinates. You will not ask for advice. You will not seek validation. You will look at nothing but the heavy concrete of your own immediate actions. Mandate 2. The calibration of the core. When the panic of disorientation attempts to enter your nervous system, you will execute the physical override. You will stop all kinetic movement. You will stand perfectly still. You will visualize the heavy, dark metal compass in your hand. You will visualize the freezing sapphire needle snapping violently inward, locking onto your chest. You will hold this visualization until your internal temperature drops to absolute 0, and your breathing becomes the heavy, slow rhythm of a monolith. Mandate 3. The gravitational pull. You will not take a single step toward a chaotic variable today. If a situation is vibrating with red static, you will withdraw your energy from it completely. You will remain in absolute stasis. You will force the external environment to recalibrate itself around your density. If an entity wants access to your grid, they must travel to you. They must navigate by your blue light. You do not move. You are the destination. The external grid has collapsed. The panic has been frozen. The blue needle is permanently locked onto the core. Look at the space you occupy right now. It is no longer a fragile point on a chaotic map. It is the absolute, heavy, indestructible center of the esoteric matrix. You have successfully executed the stop of time. You did not give in to the biological terror of disorientation. You did not bleed your heavy capital chasing the falling red debris. You demanded absolute, gravitational truth. The universe respects the sovereign who is their own true north. When you prove that your internal density is heavier than the entire collapsing world around you, the matrix stops trying to move you. It submits to your coordinates, and it begins to build the new reality around your boots. You are no longer a wanderer in the chaos. You are the zenith monolith. Now, execute your final structural mandates. First, anchor the needle. Hit the subscribe button immediately. The chaotic, unawakened algorithm of the internet is constantly trying to scramble your compass. It wants you disoriented, kinetic, and weak. This channel is the only transmission providing the heavy, brutalist esoteric code required to maintain your absolute internal gravity. Do not let your compass spin. Subscribe and lock your mindset to the monolith. Second, isolate the lost. You know another sovereign who is currently panicking because their external world is collapsing. You know someone who is vibrating with red static, desperately looking for a false north. Send them this exact transmission right now. Force them to look at the blue needle. Elevate your circle by enforcing the discipline of absolute stasis. Third, lock the grid. The moment this video ends, you will not search for external validation. You will close your screen. You will stand in the freezing, absolute silence of your own pure, heavy density, and you will let the entire universe orbit your concrete. The chaos is dead. The needle is locked. Command the cold, beautiful reality of your own heavy architecture.